So it's September now and it's finally gonna be fall. I'm so excited. So let's start with recapping August and then moving on to September. The budget, the goals and the plans. So last month has been a bit off for me because for the fact that I've been sick for 2 weeks of the month. So that was quite a long time where I didn't really need anything. I didn't drive to work, I didn't need gas, I barely needed groceries because I was legit bedridden with a fever for days. So my budget for last month is a bit off. But then on the other hand, I also went on a 4-day trip to Budapest. So there's been an extra spending there. Okay, so expenses for August. That aside, that it was a little bit of a different month. My trip, I spent about 81 euros. That was it. It really wasn't that big of an expensive trip. There was probably a little bit more that I spent, probably like 100, 120, 150. But I did take cash with me, which I got gifted. So it's not really in my budget anymore because I didn't keep track of my gifted cash money. Then for restaurants, I spent around 50 euros in August. I went to the restaurant 3 times. Then on groceries, I spent about 100, which is less than I usually spend because I didn't really need food for, you know, probably a week in total because I just was in bed and didn't really eat. Miscellaneous, I spent around 40 bucks, so like nail polish, makeup, all that stuff. That was just miscellaneous. On gas, I only spent like 50 because I only went to the gas station once, I think, because all the other times I didn't drive my car or I was at home. Fixed expenses are just as usual, and then the extra expenses I have was investing, which is always around 100 bucks a month, which that's also a fixed expense. But then the other 2 ones that I had in August, which are out of the norm, are my car insurance and my car tax. So for car insurance, I pay around 370 euros, and then for car tax around 40. So in total for the car, it was like 400 bucks. So that was basically August. Now let's go to September. Let's start out with the September goals. Usually I have my goals allocated to work, hobby, family, and then private, and then I'm also self-employed, so every now and then I write down goals for self-employment, and other times I don't. So for work, I have a business trip planned. I just got back from a business trip yesterday, but I also have another business trip planned for the middle of the month. Then I have this, which I call Project 4, which I'm gonna finish this month, which it is gonna be doable. It's probably gonna be finished in the first week of September, so that's fine. I also want to figure out some sound systems I have at work because I work with a lot of tech and stuff, so I want to sort of that out. Then I have another job where I do social media, and I really want to stick to planning ahead for 2 weeks minimum. So it is like that right now, and I really like the system and I want to keep it running and going. And I also want to implement writing blog posts now that we've started to get that rolling. So yeah, and then that's just a bonus that I want to do. I want to learn about Facebook ads simply because it's going to further my career, it's going to be very helpful, and it's going to be great to know that. Then for self-employment, I do have some inactive account where I want to post. I want to learn my camera, like all of the settings. I want to learn more about filmmaking, about camera equipment, about sound systems. Then I have a customer right now where I want to finish that project completely off. It's basically finished. I just have to have the last write-off and the last meeting, and then, you know, the exit strategy basically. And then right now I have post 4 times on YouTube, which that is a new endeavor, and YouTube is my kryptonite. I'm on there like 10 hours a day, and I just always wanted to try it, and I'm like, come on, let's just try it, let's just, you know, whatever. Then for my hobbies, which I know this is stupid, but I have to plan my hobbies, otherwise I don't have hobbies. It's simple as that. So I want to finish a book by Noah Gordon, which I'm reading right now. Then I also want to read another book. I've had the goal for this year to read 12 books, which is 1 book a month. I've accomplished that goal in, I think, April. So my reading goals haven't been up to date anymore because I've already you know, finished that goal. So I was like, well, let's read 24 books, but now I've kind of lost count on how many I read. So yeah, 2 books a month should be fine, but yeah. And then I really want to decorate for fall. I always want to do that. I never take the time or the money or whatever it is, but I really want to do it this year. Like, I love fall and I have the financial means to do it, and I should have the time to do it, and I just really want to. So I've written it down, I need to do it. So that's gonna happen this year. And I also want to start jogging again, which I just wrote down, jog for once a week, because I didn't do any jogging last month, I think, because I was so sick. And you can still hear that I'm a bit congested and I still have a cough. So right now it's not the right time today. So I hope for the weekend to go for a small little run again. And then I have family, so school starts in September around here for first graders. And my godson he's gonna be a first grader this school year, so that's so exciting and I'm so happy for him. And I've taken, you know, the day off work and I'm just gonna prepare for that, and I need a present for him and I'm just gonna go there. And so yeah, and then I also have my goddaughter's birthday coming up, so that's just family stuff. And then for my private section, which also always has the same stuff on there basically, because I really want to learn French. I had French in school for 5 years and I've been abroad to Paris for half a year for my studies, and I do not speak French. I mean, I can speak the basics, but I can't even properly speak the basics, you know what I mean? And then the third one is just write 2 chapters. That's just I have this dream and the aspiration of writing a book one day, and actually doing it is another topic, you know. And then I haven't really been eating well, and I haven't been cooking, and with cook 3 times a week, I mean do not have, you know, frozen meals for dinner, but like actually cook fresh food, fresh ingredients, etc. And then for the last point, I just have painted the entryway of my apartment because it is a really weird shade of green. I do not like it. It was a sporadic thing I did like 2 months back or something, and I really don't like the color, so now I have to repaint it, and I just don't know which color. That's just something of my projects that I want to do. So now let's go to the monthly budget, where I'm not the one that has like allocated budgets for coffee or something. Like, I have a grocery and a restaurant kind of tab, which I'm not too hard about. My tactic is I get my income, I distribute it right then and there basically. So I don't even see that money in my checking anymore. It's not there, so I don't have the problem of overspending or something. Yes, I overspend on coffee or on Amazon or whatever sometimes. I do that, but if there's no money left at the end of the month, I know I'm set. I have my savings set aside, I have my fixed expenses already paid for, and I also have my investment money already gone through. I have 2 incomes. I have my 9 to 5 and I have my part-time job. And then I have my self-employment on the side, which I don't really do much self-employment right now because I just simply don't have the time for it. So I have my 9 to 5 and my part-time income. So my 9 to 5 is my primary income. So I have my fixed expenses paid from that, which allocates for about 50%. And then I have investment and savings, and I have fun money. And then that money is gone. So I have 50% of my 9 to 5 income as my fixed expenses. Then I have about 20% of investing, 20% of saving, and 10% is left over for fun money. That 10% is not very much, it's like 178 euros, so it's fine. It's just not the world. So then I have my second income, which I don't need to put toward my fixed expenses because that's already paid for by my 9 to 5. So I can put that into my investing and into my saving and into my fun money. So my fixed expenses, they in total come up to about 33%, which is probably going to be a little bit more, probably around 40% or something, because I usually spend a bit more on food. All in all, with all my jobs, my fixed expenses make up about 33%. I invest about 25% and save around 25%, and then I have fun money of about 18%, which I don't really use that much. Okay, then my long-term saving goals is my car emergency fund, my household emergency fund, my travel fund, my bag fund, and then my down payment fund for a house and a car fund. Yeah, so that is basically my budget. As I said, I don't really allocate too much into different categories. Other than that, as I said, savings and investing comes first, and whatever is left over is probably gonna go into either another savings account or I can spend that. So that's usually how it works for me. So these are my goals and my plans, my budget, and I'm just gonna edit this now and upload it, and then have 1/4 of my goal of uploading a YouTube video every week in September done. Right, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching if anybody watched, and I'll see you next week with a day in my life at work.